Jay, all or nothing. That's how LeBron James described the Eastern Conference Finals at this point, and it showed. With the Pistons leading the Cavs 2-0 in the series, James stepped up in Game 3, pouring in 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists in Cleveland's Game 3 victory. Detroit still leads that series 2-1, but Cleveland is no doubt back in it, just like the Jazz, who now trail the Spurs 2-1 after a Game 3 win at home as well. For more on both series, we bring in our NBA analyst, 13-year NBA vet Jalen Rose, who's here with us in studio, and Raptors forward Chris Bosh, who is joining us via satellite. Guys, I'm going to start. Same question to both of you. And Chris, I'll ask this to you first. How would you rate LeBron's performance?
Well, I think so far he's played pretty well, especially last night. You know, he bounced back from the first 2 games, and he had 2 chances to win 2 games in Detroit, so I'm sure that he feels like he kind of let it slip away, and I'm sure that they feel that they're the better team right now.
I think LeBron's been great the entire series. It's just in Game 1 and Game 2, they weren't able to close out the game. Obviously, they had opportunities to close out the game. They didn't. He's been a triple-double waiting to happen, and last night he was amazing. I wish Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith were both here today.
Just so you can give him a piece of your mind.
Absolutely.
Cleveland really gets back into this series. 2-1 is not a tough deficit necessarily to come back from. Jalen, if you're sitting there, what's going through the mind of the Pistons players right now, knowing they kind of let Cleveland get back in the game?
The Pistons are poised under pressure. They've been here 5 times in a row. They understand that if Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton play the way they played yesterday, obviously it's going to be a series, but that's not going to happen. I think they're going to come out and have a great game in Game 4. But the bottom line, when you're Cleveland, you got to keep your fans involved in the game, get multiple guys to have multiple efforts. You want Daniel Gibson to knock down 3-point shots like he did, Drew Gooden and Z to be in double figures, and that gives them an opportunity to win. So Game 4 is going to mean everything, as opposed to being down 3-1. 2-2, we have a new series. 3-1, obviously Detroit, it's not a question of when they're going to move on at that point. It's just a matter of getting it done.
And obviously it wasn't just in this series. We saw it out west too. Chris, when you look at that Jazz Game 3 and their win, Utah will try to even the series later tonight. Carlos Boozer, once again, such a big part in Game 3. Why was he so effective in getting to the basket?
Well, I mean, all he has to do is be aggressive. He's been aggressive pretty much the whole playoffs. I mean, he's almost an unstoppable player once he gets his mind into it, and once he wants to attack the basket and just get buckets down low, that really helps him out. And, you know, Darren Williams is playing fantastic. They're finding each other. They're just playing good team ball, and they've been playing spectacularly at home. So, you know, I'm sure they'll try their best to even it up tonight.
And no doubt about it, when we talk about San Antonio, we always talk of the big 3. Tim Duncan, the biggest of those 3. What does he need to do in Game 4, Jalen?
Tim Duncan needs to stay on the floor, stay out of foul trouble. It made it a lot easier driving to the basket. Obviously not having Tim Duncan under there to contest and block some of those shots, and just play the way he's capable of playing. Same situation. They have the opportunity to go up 3-1. Look for the San Antonio Spurs to come out focused and ready to go tonight.
You can't pick against them, right, Jalen, because they beat you, right?
I'm an analyst. I can pick against anybody and change it tomorrow.
Chris, do I hear you laughing there? Jalen's not allowed to pick against them. Here's a question for both of you, too. You have one player, of all the guys that are left right now in the postseason, who do you want right now? And Chris, I'll ask you first. Of all the players that are still left right now in the playoffs, what's the one player, game on the line, that you want?
Well, I think you have to go with Tim Duncan. I mean, he's been here before. He's, you know, won championships before. He's the MVP of the league. I mean, he had to go with Tim. He's been here. This is familiar territory. He can gather his guys up and get them ready to win.
Jalen?
Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer, their opportunity is coming.
Wow.
Obviously, when you talk about the Detroit Pistons, they've been there, done that. Chauncey Billups has been a Finals MVP. LeBron will be an MVP one day in this league.
You get one, you can't have them all,
along with my guy Chris Bosh. He's going to be there one day also. But right now, today, you have to take Tim Duncan. Okay. He has the championship pedigree. He has Greg Popovich. He got Manu. He got Tim. Too much happening not to pick with Tim Duncan at this point.
And I feel like I have to be Skip here. No doubt, Jalen, last night LeBron had a great game. One game doesn't kill him, one game doesn't make him either in the clutch.
We're going to overanalyze LeBron, everything he does. So the bottom line, when you LeBron, just get it done. I might have to start a website called LeaveLeBronAlone.com. LeaveLeBronAlone.com.
Chris, are you signing up for that one?
Oh, yeah, I'll sign up for that one because I hope somebody messes with me one day.
It is the sincerest form of flattery. Guys, Chris, thanks for joining us. Jalen, too. Jalen, you want to show off the jacket there? I don't know if everybody got to see the pocket.
Go blue, go blue. Memorial Day representation.
Yeah. Chris, next time you can bring the Georgia Tech jacket, too.
Yeah, I'll make sure I bust out the old gold.
Nice, nice. Jazz Spurs, by the way, that game is on ESPN tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. For more on LeBron, we send it back over to First and 10, guys.
All right. Dana, thank you very much. Jalen, I can't believe you're wearing that on television. television. Can't believe it.
From Ohio. The Indians beat the Tigers, so I got something for that tomorrow.
Oh, very good. All right. It was a good weekend for Cleveland teams over Detroit teams. All right.